Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Benedict. Chapter 2, The Castle of the Dragon. This is my Master, the Path of the Master Ninja video guide walkthrough for Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. So, a little bit early to the charge right there. And this is the chapter that I really enjoy. It's the second level of 18 chapters, I believe, or 19? No, there are 19 in Sigma 1, weren't there? I think there's 18 in this level. But, yeah, I'm definitely going after the trophy. It's called, like I said a moment ago, Master, the Path of the Master Ninja. Watch out for these dogs. These guys will kill you and, like, rip you apart in 1 second. I'm not kidding. But 2 Azuna drop combos does take them down, as you can see right there with the level 4 sword. It should only be one combo with the, level 4 sword. We're just dealing with a dog, for God's sakes. It's one of these ninja dogs. So I play it safe. I play it less safe on this playthrough than I did on my Master Ninja video guide walkthrough because I'm a little bit more familiar with the game, more comfortable with it, a little more steady-handed with the combat. And normally I don't go over to this bridge over here and do the battle, but it's not even that hard of a battle. All we have is the regular ninjas and a couple of melee ninjas, and then you get your reward, which on the story campaign is a Life of the Gods. Here, I think it's just a money reward. But you do definitely want to complete this. Completing an optional thing like this pretty much will guarantee that you get the Master Ninja rank. So I'm less concerned overall from level to level getting the Master Ninja rank. It just seems like you get it as a formality at the end just for beating the level. But don't take that for granted, though. I mean, if you're not killing everything, if you're not doing OTs from time to time, if you're not opening chests and you're fleeing from battles, you're likely that you won't get the Master Ninja rank, and then you're going to have to redo the level over. But that's not me. I'm not a player that skips stuff, so, there's no real reason for me not to get the Master Ninja rank. There shouldn't, if you're following my guide and just doing what I do, there's just no way you're not going to get the Master Ninja rank. It's not a big deal. So I'm throwing the Inferno down right here. So this bridge is where we fought Masakato in the first game. I've really enjoyed. I really loved Chapter 2 in Ninja Gaiden Sigma, the first one for the PS3. Such great music, such just gorgeous. A little bit of an art style change in this game. It seems like there's a little brighter of colors in this game. It seems like it's spring here, whereas it may have been fall or autumn in Sigma 1, which is it's fine. It's awesome. I'm not sure how much money. I just flashed the screen right there to show you how much money you get. I didn't see what the first number was there, but over here, really take advantage of these targets too. Not the enemies, but the circles on the boards, the targets. Because normally when you come here on story mode, you don't have the bow and arrow. So definitely take advantage of the fact you can get a ton of money from those targets, and you can get magic and health too. So it's really good. I think that's what they did. I think they kind of, because when you first come here on story mode, it's like, oh, there's the targets from the first game, but I can't hit them because I don't have a bow and arrow. I think that's why they put Chapter Challenge in here, so you could do what you couldn't do on story mode, give it a little bit more replayability. So if I know myself here, I charged up a UT to get some big points. I apologize if this takes too long for people, but if you're here and watching, you're probably here to be entertained, and that's cool. And a lot of times when I play guides, people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna bust this game out and start playing it again." That's awesome. I'm glad I could give people motivation to play games. So there's no board on the ground where you have to. You see, I kind of thought that, and I have the sensitivity way too high. Still, I haven't gone into the settings and changed it. I tried to start Chapter 6 last night, but the game wouldn't load it wouldn't load. It loaded indefinitely. I tried blowing on the disc, tried cleaning it with my alcohol and water mixture that I have with a microfiber cloth. So I had to rebuy this game because I can't load Chapter 6 for some reason. Make sure you loot this body. So it'll be the third copy that I've had to buy of this game, and it's all every time I have to rebuy it, it's because it's not working. And I don't manhandle my discs. So be very careful here. If the dogs hit you in one shot here, you lose all your progress. You got to start over. It's really shitty. So I do one charge, and then I don't take any risks here because I know the consequences of getting one hit killed by these guys. It's just not. You're gonna get really pissed off. Plus, I got the Nympho drop. That's always nice to you feel like you didn't waste anything. So, I want to talk a little bit about UT spamming here, and I'm committed to doing less of that now, because in my Master Ninja Guide, I did that quite a lot, and you see here, I'm focusing on combat, having fun with combat and parrying. I love to parry, because if you do a successful parry, you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to execute the enemy because you delimb him, and then all it is a matter of you going over there and pressing triangle button. But speaking of my triangle button, my triangle and my X button are both sticking. It's a brand new controller. I mentioned this before. Hate to keep talking about it, but so here they throw you in a room that's really small and has kind of poor visibility. But I said to myself, I'm not UT spamming here. I'm just not going to do it. That guy really jacked me up, and I said, damn it, I hate getting really damaged on camera because it makes me look like I'm not good, but I think if you still persevere, even though you get damaged, it makes you look even better if you come back from nothing. And this game is all about getting damaged, though. I mean, it's a tough game. But these enemies, seriously, with the level 4 sword, it only takes a couple of hits, and sometimes the game will sunder their limbs for you, luckily enough. So get this treasure box. Look at my reward for doing so well here. All these shitty bats right here. And actually, I went back to save it over here, and the bats were outside on the other side of the house. That was really funny, but you should save it before this battle, because this battle's tough, and you can get killed so fast with a fireball here. If fire rises from the ground and you're on it, you're dead. It's really bad. Try to get beheadings on the mages if you can. That's always makes you feel really good. But pretty much, there's not that many enemies on screen at any one time, so that's kind of what makes this game manageable. Some people, they either love this game, like they either they like this game and they hate Ninja Gaiden 2, or the other way around. And I don't know. I can't imagine playing this game on the Xbox 360. I mean, the version in Ninja Gaiden 2, because I don't like the control for the Xbox 360. It's too heavy with the batteries you have to put in there, and the PS3 controller feels better for hack and slash games to me. It's lighter, and that's coming from someone that has huge hands, and this is a smaller controller. Now, I think gun games are better played with the Xbox 360 controller, but for hack and slash games, I can't imagine playing Ninja Gaiden with that big old clunky heavy controller. I can't stand it. I tried it once, and I don't like that. But that's one of the criticisms here. And by the way, this part here, you normally do not have the bow and arrow here either. And normally I would charge down here, but I said, you know what, I'm not going to do UTs anymore. I'm tired of UT spamming. You may see me do that at other times, when I'm getting pressured, but that's kind of just, you see that I should have evaded right there, and I said to myself, maybe I should restart. But no, I'm going to try to overcome the adversity here. So try to target this guy right there. No, normally, like I said, you don't have the bow and arrow, so you have to kind of blindly ambush this guy up there. So just take him out, and then there's two targets in the other towers up ahead on this next hill. You can make these guys disappear though by backtracking. But I'm not trying to make enemies disappear. I think it's called unspawning the enemies. I know you could do it a lot in Rachel's chapter. Chapter 8, if I'm not mistaken, where if you spawn the enemies and then you just flee backwards, and then the enemies, when you come back, they're all gone. I don't think that's a real valid thing to do on a mode like this where we're trying to kill people. Anyway, so yeah, there's nothing on top of those two towers, so don't bother looking up there. And then we're going to be going up some more hills. I like I think it's a little bit later on in the game. I know it is. I just don't know which chapter it is. Watch out for these melee ninjas. They're your last enemy to fight before the save point. Cast the wind blades here like a pro. And then these guys fall down. Anyway, I hit the save point in a moment. But I like starting at the top of the tower in a later chapter and then going down the hill. And then fight those Tengu brothers. We're all powered up, though. And we're not that shitty character, Momiji. Anyway, it looks like these guys take 2 Azuna drops to kill. They got a good parry in right there. And he's down for the count. And now we're going to go over here to the save statue and save our progress. Okay, now we're going to go down this area here. The music's going to stop for a moment. And then we're going to be dealing with... what do we have? I think we have 2 gray ninjas and then one guy with one kind of stationary enemy. So just backtrack over here, and this is another part where ordinarily I would just go over here and charge up. But it's just less fun to charge an attack, but it is safer and you get more points doing it. So if that's what you're comfortable with doing, I'm never going to diss you or anything. I get dissed sometimes for doing that, but I'm better than that, more mature than that, just to go around dissing people for doing that. So these 2, you're going to have a melee ninja spawn right there. So 2 of them actually. That's even better. Or was there only one? I think there is only one. I don't think I unspawned that guy. I think what happened there was one melee ninja that spawned, and then one of the other archers, he spawned right next to him. It looked like another melee ninja. So yeah, watch out over here. I think I get hit by a rocket, and every time you just curse out loud. It's just so fucking irritating to get blown back. Yeah, that's Ninja Gaiden for you right there, getting blown back by an arrow. So yeah, just take advantage of the arrows, because on story mode we don't have the arrows at this point. So we could even take out the targets inside the building coming up in a moment. The ones I'm going to be referring to are up here. There's going to be a chest up here that I don't get because it's health orbs, and I already have near enough health to be satisfied, so I'll be getting that afterwards. So the targets I mentioned were up here. Normally, you can't really kill these guys unless you want to throw 50 shurikens at them, but you can kill. You can. I've killed them with shurikens, but now we have the bow. We have arrows to shoot at them. So there are 2 guys up there. So there's a second. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't auto-aim for you. And then I fell right here. I fell a couple of times, and sometimes the enemies will come down, and they most always come down and continue the fight. I think that's what's going to happen, so you're going to have to bear with it. But, if you're here for entertainment, you're just going to probably be laughing because it's kind of funny. So that's a scroll right there. I think that's the guillotine throw scroll. So obviously I don't need to know how to do that. Since, you could just do the command anyway. You don't need to read the scroll to do the command. This is a really tough fight up here, and I'm equipping the Enma's Fang here to deal some wide area damage. But it broke my guard. These dogs right here, they somehow can throw daggers at you. Imagine that. I mean, a dog, a quadruped, throwing daggers. So anyway, yeah, I'm just doing a lot of area damage down here. Trying to expedite charges with orbs in the ground. Yeah, those dogs they're really deadly. Probably just, I don't know, everything's deadly in this game, but the dogs, there's something about the dogs. And that guy really surprised me right there. Even now, looking at this footage, I forgot that guy came up. Equipping the sword. I wish that they loaded a little bit faster when you're switching weapons, but at least the game pauses when you do it, unlike Sigma 1. Brilliant decision to do that. I think pressing the R1 to center the camera behind the character, I think this may sound kind of naive, but I think that's the single best thing I've ever seen in a video game. There's so many games where that's not implemented, and you have to move the camera around. It's just so convenient. Right there, I didn't want to fall. I mean, that was just an accident. I wasn't trying to lure these guys down here. You can guillotine throw those guys off the roof, and then they'll be gone. You'll wipe them off of the map, and they won't ever come back. You can't throw the mages. The second time we get to the rooftops, when they're on the roof, a little bit later on in the chapter, you can't guillotine throw guys. You can't guillotine throw the guys off the roof. It just doesn't let you. There's like invisible walls there, but on that particular roof section, I think I even do it. I know I throw a melee ninja off the roof up here because they spawn twice. Or excuse me, I think that they may spawn every time you come up here. So if you want to exploit that, go for it. But it's a little bit of a, yeah, there we go. See ya. I always find that, I find that so funny. I just can't just throw them off the fucking roof. Oh man. But even though I shot those two guys by the save statue, there's still enemies in here. So I thought when I came down here there wouldn't be any enemies, but it looks like there's only two visible from outside when we were shooting the guys in. I thought I may be dead right here, but I managed to survive. Take this guy out. He's causing the most problems. And we're going to be doing what I guess would be considered a mid-level boss with the Shadow Ninja Reietsu. A really bad checkpoint system. It always just, it makes me so mad when I get to a boss and then there's no checkpoint and I can't practice it. And then every time you die, you have to start at the save statue and you have to, change your loadout, or unless you saved it anyway, and then go down here and you have to take out these 4 targets every single time just to get to the boss. It's just like, it's shades of Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 all over again. Just auto-target these guys right here. And I apologize, but I am going to be throwing a lot of heavy piercing voids at the Shadow Ninja Reietsu on the boss battle because I just don't like losing progress, and it's just so irritating to have to start over and do this section every single time just to get to the boss again, and no opportunity to practice the boss by starting over again. So this is an unskippable cutscene right here. This is the same guy we fought in the last chapter. He's just a differently skinned character. He's got the same moves. It's all the same stuff. So watch out for his piercing void too, by the way. So I try to do a couple of swipes, and then I'm just really depending on the piercing void at level 3. Look how much damage this takes away. Massive amount of damage off his health bar. And charges are also really good here. I did these in the drop kind of cautiously. I don't think you have to aim with the piercing void ordinarily. I mean, sometimes if you... so it's been my experience that if you just don't aim when you're shooting the piercing void, it'll hit something. But if you want to particularize what you're hitting, like I'm doing right now, then you can aim. But sometimes if you don't aim, sometimes you won't hit anything. So you got to watch out for that. But I knew that not aiming would still give me a hit right there on this guy. So I'll never know if you get a checkpoint right here. I imagine that you just don't get a checkpoint here either. So just be very careful. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't give you a checkpoint here, but there's 3 enemies you got to kill. One is a really cheap trick that they throw at you, but if you're on this mode, you know all about the guy by the save point. So we're going to go up the stairs, and I would like that. I wish these shades here would be... You can't like shoot the shades down with your bow and arrow. It doesn't let you. They won't fall over, so you have to actually go over to the shades and hit them with your sword. So Azuna dropped that guy, and then he didn't die. Wow. And then there's one guy over here by the save point. Fall back. If you fail the on landing charge, just recover the best you can and just make do, or hop away somewhere else and do another charge. And then we're going to be saving it right here. And going on to another section that's kind of just boring, but I always think you're supposed to chop shades over there, but you don't. You go through this door here. Or it's not a door, is it? This is just a really weird part of the game for me. I don't know why. You see those orbs? You see the red orb? Where is it? You can see that red orb right there? If you shoot that thing should give you Nimpo orbs, in my opinion. It doesn't, but it should. And likewise, it's like the yellow orb, when you go into the dragon's mouth, it'll give you health. And, it just doesn't make any sense that these orbs here and that thing right there should give you health, and maybe the other thing should give you money. That actually would make sense. So to have the other one give you Nimpo on the other side, this one give you health, and then when you're shooting that orb on the dragon's the mouth or the hand, whatever it is, that should give you money. Just like the targets. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what those orbs are for. They're just for decoration. But, I mean, wouldn't that make more sense? Give the player some, you know, some items. So I'm just shooting the yellow orb right here just to show you that there's magic. You can get your health back right there. I don't believe you can backtrack any further here. So remember to get this. This item's kind of hidden off camera. And I'm going to apply it to my inventory right there and hit the save point. Go out here to fight what I think are about 3 or 4 mages. You can't fling. This is the area I was mentioning where you cannot fling the guys off with the Zuna drops. So another boss that I really just I think he's overused in this game. You fight him 4 times. The 4th time he's really tough. But every time you fight this guy, Genin by name, you can Azuna drop him, and I think if you have the Lunar equipped, it works a little bit better. But I'm not sure if you can Azuna drop him with as much dexterity as with the sword. I'm not sure, but I've seen pros doing it with the Lunar, so I just followed the example of the pros. And hopefully you think I'm a pro. I personally think I'm pretty damn good, but I'm not a pro. What else? Yeah, so Genshin. You're gonna see me like go to the battle with the Lunar equip, but I found better success going in hardcore with the Enmus Fang at level 3. That's what I did with the Alexei boss fight. Like my tried and true weapon is the Dragon Sword, but for like when I need to seriously kick some ass and deal some heavy duty damage or deal some wide area damage, then I equip the Enmus Fang. So get those orbs right there. Make sure you hack and slash those 2 lamps right there. Those give you money. And I'm just going to go to the save point, and I'm not going to go to the shop on camera, but make sure you do visit the shop. Make sure whatever weapon and info you have selected for the Genshin fight, make sure that's exactly what you want, because you're probably going to be dying quite a bit, and it's going to be a real frustrating experience for you if you have to keep switching your loadout every single time you fight this guy. I actually had to restart, equip the Enmus Fang, and I died a bunch of times. This guy's hard. He's really tough, but I like the Enmus Fang just because it feels like I'm a little bit more in control of this boss battle here. I really just don't like being passive and waiting for him to give me an opportunity to Azuna drop him, whereas with this weapon I can just hit him as much as I want to. You got to constantly be healing yourself here. This guy is he's tough. He's really tough, and this environment is not too good either. You've got that kind of you got the boards on fire in one part of the arena where you can't dash into. Nothing damages you as part of the fire. It's all just for decoration. But look at all the damage I'm dealing to this guy with the level 3 Enmus Fang here. This is another thing where, like, in the story mode, we wouldn't even have this weapon yet, let alone at level 3. So take advantage of everything you can on Chapter Challenge if you're struggling. That's what I've been doing. And don't feel cheap, because that's the way that this works here. He throws the Piercing Void twice. Once when he gets to about this level of his health, and then once he throws it again, he will be on the verge of death. But I like to just, when I see him doing it, that's when I throw mine, just to cancel each other out so I don't get hit by it, because it will kill you, even if you're at full health, I believe. So just take those as signs that he's almost getting killed when he's throwing the Priesting Void. He's going to throw it again, I'm going to throw mine. It never hits him as far as damaging him. He's not susceptible to Nimpo by any regard. So just keep hitting him, dodge away. You'll get to feel him. You just have to know when to hit. It's pretty. I mean, you just hit whenever there's an opportunity to, and whenever you get hit, just refill your life if you're low. It's pretty basic stuff, and I just didn't want to use the Lunar this time. So anyway, just one more hit, and this guy's a dead bitch. Just one more hit. There we go. So we completed Chapter 2. We got the maximum number of points for kills. Not the maximum number of points for essence, so looks like that's about 25% of the essence that they're giving me point bonus for. I had one Nimpo left, so they gave me 2,500, and we got a decent playtime through the level at 25 minutes, and they did give me the maximum number of points for that, 40,000. So I ended up with 1.2 million karma points, and we got the Master Ninja ranking.